Hello and welcome to Kismet Rising. Today we are doing a pick a card reading, or rather pick a deck reading. I have 3 decks here. They are Sibilla Decks, and the question we're asking is, what will our future love look like? What does he or she feel like when you meet him or her? And what will you be doing together? And also we're going to ask, how will we know that he or she is the one? So we're asking 3 questions, and I have 3 piles here. Please go ahead and choose one pile. Take a moment, pause the video if you need to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with this pile. It's pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and number 3. Putting that over there for the moment. So the question I'm asking today is, how will we know our future mate, our future love, our future soulmate, the person that's coming into our lives next, who will be the most significant person in our lives thus far? So the first row is going to be, what will his personality be like? Or what will her personality be like? Or what will their circumstances be like as well? Okay, the second row is, how will we know it's them? How will we know it's them? What would we be doing at the time that we'll know it's them? How will we know it is them? How will we know it is them? Okay. And the third row is, what will we do with them? What will we actually do with them? What will we do with this person that we meet? What will we be doing with this person when we meet this person? Just putting out an extra card to clarify the last card here. Okay, so what we have here is that this person is probably going to be a light-haired person, whether this is a male or a female. This is somebody who might have come onto hard times. This might be somebody who might have fallen into a trap and is recently recovering from that. This is somebody who's coming over difficulties, but they're very grateful. This is a very grateful person. And this is the kind of personality they have. They're somebody who may have had some difficult times in their lives, who may have been drawn into difficulty due to not the best company or not the best kind of a family situation or friends, and but they're very grateful and they're very happy because they're grateful. They have a sense of peace within them because they are happy and because they're grateful, because they know that this is not what their lives are. Okay, and with regard to how will you know when you've met them, it's likely that you will meet them in a city. You could also meet them at a courthouse where there is a wedding. You could meet them at a wedding just in general. You could meet them at a point in your life when you are not that clear about yourself. And this will be a factor for you, actually, that you're not that clear about yourself, that it might be a friend getting married or a family member that's getting married, and it will be a city kind of wedding most likely, or it would be somewhere in the city that you meet this person. It doesn't have to be on the wedding day that you would meet this person. You could meet this person when you go shopping to buy something for the wedding, or to buy a gift, or to buy your clothes, or to go shopping with the bride or the groom. And this is when you most likely will bump into this person. What would it signify for you, or what would happen as a result of you meeting with this person? Well, I think you'd have a great awakening. Yeah, there's here a great awakening. You'll have some kind of insights. It's almost like a light bulb has gone on for you when you meet this person. It's like something that you've needed to know all your life that you finally come to understand at this moment. And it brings you a great deal of hope, but it also brings you some degree of fear and a bit of anger. And you might see this person, or you might interact with this person with another person there, a dark-haired person. This could be a male or a female. And this person may irritate you somewhat at the beginning of your relationship, or they could prove to be a hindrance. But this will not last, and you will have worked this out. You will, how you will know that he loves you or she loves you is that you will hear from them. They will write you a card, or they will send you a text message, and they will profess their interest in you. And so this is how you will start it off. And you need not worry about this other person. You need not be afraid. There may be a situation when you've just met them that causes you some kind of anxiety or some kind of worry. But it's not something that, it's just characterize that moment, but it doesn't actually last in your life. So don't worry about that too much. When you're longing for this person, when you're hoping to be with this person again, you will know that this is the one. Yeah. And you will have this light bulb moment, so to say. So you're most likely going to meet them at a wedding or at a city, or in a time of your life that's not as good. They would be somebody who's been through difficult times, who's come through it, who's grateful for the life that they have, and they may have light-colored hair. Okay, so that is it for deck number 1. For those of you who've chosen the deck number 1, which was this deck here. All right, so we're moving on to the deck number 2. And the question we're asking is, tell us about our future mate. Tell us about the future person who'll come into our lives, who we will love, who we will be drawn by. Tell us about our future soul flame, or soulmate, sorry, or twin flame. Tell us about the future person, please. Okay. Okay, so here we have an interesting situation. When you meet this person, you might meet this person when you've lost something, when you've had a loss of money, or sorry, this is not when you meet a person, but rather, so with these cards, what I see is that this person, when you meet them, they may have had a recent loss of money, or they may have had a death in their family, or they may have had some kind of fight or some kind of difficult situation that they've come out of. Whereas in the other pile, it would be somebody who's had lifelong kind of difficulties. This person has had something that's shocking and difficult that's happened to them recently, like a death in the family, or like a loss of a business, or like the failure of something that's really shocked them and or frightened them. And here we have, with that has come a loss of money. And they are very angry about this. This person that you meet, they are very angry about this situation in their lives. And they're seeking advice regarding that. They're seeking advice regarding that. They're open to learning. They're open to overcoming that. And I think that you'll meet, you will get chatting about that. Yeah, they're also a very chatty person. They like talking. They would like to share. They're not a reserved, closed person who will just give you pieces of information. They would like to share their situation with you. So when you meet this person, this is the situation that they'll be having in their lives. then how will you meet this person? You will meet them when you are actually victorious about something. You will meet them when you have had a win or a gain, when you are at a high point in your life, when you are being given the recognition from others, when others envy you because of your victory, because of your status, because of what you have. You are likely to meet them in a city, or you're likely to meet them in a large house, or you're likely to meet them with people who have some degree of status or some position of authority. And so you will meet them almost like it could be like an awards evening. It may be not that you are having a victorious moment in your life, but perhaps you go to an awards evening at a function, and you will potentially meet them there. Although I do feel for about 90% of you that you will be the one who will be victorious here, because I see you with an enemy. I see you attracting an enemy. I see there's somebody who would have liked to have been in your position but isn't. And how else will you know that you've met them? Well, this person aims to, if this person can see, or somehow because of their situation, their circumstances, they have a feeling for what is not good, what is okay. And it's as if they point out to you that somebody quite close to you is actually envious of you, or not really a friend as you believe them to be. And he tries to help you to not fall into this trap of giving your confidence to this person. And there's also, this person lets you know how they feel about you, because as I said, they're quite chatty, they're quite open here. They're going through difficulties, but they meet you and they let you know how they feel. They ask you on a date, they tell you that they like you, and you will have news of this. And it could even be a text message. The message will be tender. It will be a very tender, very soft, very beautiful message. It will not just be somebody wearing their heart on their sleeve. It'll be a very a message with quite a lot of finesse. So what will you do together? So I feel that together you will overcome this loss of money that he or she has had, and you will actually. So for all these readings, could be a man or a woman. It's not either one. I might say he at times, but it's actually a man or a woman. So here we have, you could make some money together. You could come up with a plan to make some money together. You could actually sell something together. You could actually come into some money as a result of having met him. Not through him, but perhaps because he's introduced you to someone with whom you've done a deal, or you've gotten a job or something to that effect. But it's not a lot of money, but it's a decent sized amount of money. I feel that you might be angry with him. You may be angry with him for some reason quite early on when you get together. But I do believe that you will, there's a marriage card that's here. I feel that you may meet each other and you may know that you have to marry this person, or you think very quickly about marrying each other. And it may be that you marry each other. It may also be that you go to a wedding together quite early on in your relationship, because this row is for what you do quite early on when you are getting to know each other. And it could be that that you just do marry, actually. I'm just going to ask if there's anything else here for you. Yeah, and this person serves to be a protector in your life. This person serves to be somebody who's there for you, who is actually spending time with you and ensuring that your needs are being met, and actually making sure that you are safe from the rest of the world, quite literally, as well as figuratively, looking out for your interests and your needs, ensuring that what it is that you desire comes to fruition. So for those of you who've chosen the pile number 2, that is what your reading was for today. So those of you who've chosen this pile, your pile number 3, what is it that you need to know about the person that you will meet? Okay, so I'm going to ask the question. Wow, the cats are just flying out here. All right, so what I usually do is, if a card flies out, I take a look at it if I feel drawn to. And if they come out again, then I will mention it to you. And otherwise, I do the reading with those cards at the back of my mind. So we're just quickly asking the question for those people who have chosen this pile. What is it that they need to know about the person that they will meet? Okay, what is it that they, how will you meet them? How will you have met them? And what will you do together? Okay, so the question here is, how will you know this person when you meet them? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that this person will be sick when you meet them. And they may have come through a difficult situation. May have come back from war. They may be in the military, and they might have come back from war, and they might have come back not from war necessarily, but from being placed in another environment. They may have very strong opinions as a result of what it is that they've undergone, the pain, the hardship, the difficulties. And yeah, they may also appear to be a bit haggard or a bit older in their appearance at the beginning when you meet them, but they actually are not that old, and they have an ability to overcome that feeling of tiredness, weariness that they have. So they don't really look old. They just look a bit weary, and they look a bit tired, and they're a little bit worn out by what life has given to them. I feel that they are missing their friends. They're missing their fellow soldiers. Perhaps, there's been a loss of some sort. They are longing. They feel that their lives are not complete, not whole. They're at a place in their lives where they've come out of a situation that was tough, and they are struggling to deal with it. And this is also different from the other two, because in this sense, they're somebody who's gone through difficulty in a sense, but in their recent years, in their adult years, and their attitude is not one of gratitude or one of They struggle to deal with the situation on an emotional level, on a mental level. They may be a bit depressed, actually. So how will you meet? You will meet at night, for sure. And you will meet doing something that you would not necessarily tell people that you're doing. You may be doing something secretly. You may decide to do something alone. You may decide to do something without telling other people. An example of this is that you may decide to go to a bar or out for a walk in the evening, and not necessarily invite anyone to come with you. And this is when you will meet this person. This person will be friendly and kind, and when you meet them, they will be very charming. They will be friendly. They will be actually sympathetic, as one would say. You would feel sympathetic towards them, not in a way that you're pitying them, but you feel like you gel with them, like you actually connect with each other on some level, and you feel quite drawn to them as a result. This person comes across as having money when you meet them as well, or you spend money together. You may decide to do something which costs a little bit more money than usually. You may decide to go on a drinking spree around town, or around certain bars, etc. Or you may decide to just celebrate life or do something that you don't usually do. So you might decide to go to an amusement park together with this person, or to somewhere where you wouldn't normally go to spend money in the way that you do with this person. And it's actually a very fun time that you have, and something that you really enjoy together. And what will be so this is how you'll meet this person. So what it actually means is that here you'll be going out to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Might likely be doing it alone, and meeting some people that you don't know already. And this is where you meet this person. And I feel that you'll also be doing this with this person as well, like not just meeting the person there, but continuing to doing it with them. When he meets you, he will come across as somebody he'll be charming and nice to you, but when you meet him, you will see that he will be a bit sad. He will be like a broken soldier. Yeah, he'll be like a soldier who's been on hard times, and I get that feeling here as well. Like he's come back from difficulties, and there's this like feeling that he's been to war. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean he's in the military or in the Navy. It could mean that he's been at work and he's been at war with some people. He's been arguing with them. He's been not getting along very well with them, and he feels beaten down and weary as a result of it, and it's impacting on his health and his mental state and his well-being. When he meets you, or what he'll be admiring you with a friend, or with somebody at his side at the time, or with some other person, or she or he will be admiring you, and you will notice that they are admiring you. You will find that he will be a really good, charming man to you. So he won't just be fun to spend time with, and well, he will also come across as having more money at the beginning. But even though he has these difficulties here in his life, and he's all of that, it's almost as if you change his life when you meet him, because he feels then much younger. He feels less weary. He feels more able. He feels charming himself, and this is why he's able to charm you. And he becomes a good friend to you at the beginning. He becomes somebody who's important to you, somebody who's a kind gentleman in your life, who's there for you, and he respects you. He doesn't just want to, have a relationship with you just yet. He wants to actually get to know you as a person. He doesn't want to jump into bed with you. He's a sincere man. He could be a darker skinned person, and he's a sincere person. He's somebody who's loyal. He's somebody who's there for you. And so that is your reading. And good luck with with meeting your person. And let me know in the comments down below if and when you meet this person, whether this description actually holds true. Okay, well, thank you for coming by my channel, and thank you very much for passing by and watching this video. And do pass by my website at kismetrising.com and see what we have to offer. Many thanks, and wishing you well. Blessings abound.